don't feel right. Stay with me.
I see it now. We were all so entertained. We didn't see what was getting ready in the shadow. No, leave them alone. Looks like scientific documents, but I can't decipher what's written. This nightmare again. When dust settles on your sport trophies, it doesn't mean you are getting younger. Completely locked. I miss listening to Pierre. He always used crazy effects on his guitar. Pierre's tape collection. Insomnia will be a nice excuse to put it in order. Might even find some of the music he made for me. I could use the comforting. Completely locked. Where are you going, Elise? I can't leave without my tape player. Nothing. My life turned into an item. Round and round we go, stuck at the same track. It's so dusty here. I could use a vacuum to clean the vacuum. You come with me, my friend. It would get lonely without you. Nah, maybe later. It's good to keep some rituals. Dear toothpaste, you are breathtaking. I could use a good shower. When this feeling of being observed will stop. Pierre's special mess room. I can't believe one can own so many trinkets. I remember he got stuck once when the electricity shut down in the city. Forgot I found this old journal around town yesterday. Apparently they installed a secondary generator in the old lighthouse years ago. The extra current could help me out in my search for the other inhabitants. Let's check it out today. I can't believe we moved with all these books. The worst part is, we most likely have doubles. Need to grab my things first. Brand new. And a superb tool to stay busy. After each storm, all you have to do is stoop to collect wood. Free heating. Another undeniable friend. It would be easy to get lost without it. I am a living experiment on sugar. Since the day of the attack, I stopped counting. Not sure it matters anyway. I forgot it was here. Well, now I can clean the first one. If I get you back, I'll let you have the remote. I promise. At least I know I can always find the things I leave in here. I left my gun in the shanty yesterday. Time to get it back. It's probably dry now. Can't open without more stable electricity. Nothing interesting in this old garage anyway. With all these storms, the previous tenant didn't know what to do with all the wood coming out of fallen trees. The former owner had to do a lot of tinkering to screw up such a mess. Without you, I wouldn't stand a second out there. Last time was very close. I need to keep up with my training. Time to shoot some cans. Let's start with the red one. yellow one. Nah, the blue one. Definitely the blue one. Ready to go? And missed it. Now, let's warm up for some dodging. Training first. Okay, I'm ready. Better be faster. That hurt. Now, rappel training. Next time, you will think twice about getting in my safe space. I'm glad this thing recharges during the night.
Training's over. Getting out there seems a little bit less scary now. This watch creeps me out. I love the atmosphere of the streets of the village with this staging. Too bad this is now linked to where my nightmare started. The access is condemned at the top. They really wanted to prevent us from following them. They've put it beyond repair during their escape. Nah, nothing of interest in these cars. The soldiers were perfectly organized and cut off all access. We had almost zero chance of escaping this mass kidnapping. Like sheep in the dark. They really wanted to prevent us from following them. Ahead, Boisseau's Park in the beach. Left, St. Exel's Church. Ahead, Boisseau's Park in the beach. Left, St. Exel's Church. It won't open from this side. I can still smell the perfume of stamps and papers. no one will come to pick up the mail tonight. Completely locked. I loved that statue. Well, before the cult vandalized it.
They love leaving these tape boxes for their propaganda. Listen to us. Join the devoted. Maybe I should listen to it.
Dear people of Saint-Exil, this message is for you. I know our local authorities have been breaking their backs, picturing us as fools. Do not listen to this nonsense. Our actions are dedicated to all of you. Once the day comes, those who denied will finally see the truth with their eyes. The distant shall all be remembered. You are all invited to our next ceremony. This Friday, join us in the writing of birthdays from the departed boats. Let's put the world to rights. It's the only way now.
I better be home before the night. La Vieille Chaloupe, restaurant and brewery.
Fresh fish straight from the port.
I sure hope the products are fresher than this poster.
Left, the White Manor and the lighthouse. Thomas Levins. Fixing pipes is all right. Now try with my life. When things get back to normal, you'll have plenty to do, my friend.
Tu m'aimes? Moi je t'aime. Mange un grand bol de Special Crabs avant et après t'être lavé les dents.
You again! Learn your lesson.
At the edge of this cliff stands the famous flower house of St. Exel. It was given by its owner to the village, which still contributes to maintaining the quality of its gardens. Still inhabited, the building is regularly open for heritage events. In a different scenario, I would have stayed here for hours with a book. You have to admit, the view is quite nice. Left, the White Manor and the lighthouse.
Right, St. Exel.
When you care for plants, time flies. I wish it was that simple.
This door can be unlocked from the other side.
I wish I knew how to care for such beauties. This door has no handle.
The lighthouse! I'm getting closer.
Attention, following the latest storms, the coastal path is damaged. Certain trees marked with an orange cross present a risk of falling on hikers and must be felled. These can fall due to the slightest gust of wind. The village really isn't investing in its infrastructure, and storms make it even more problematic.
This tree was marked to be felled. It could make a nice bridge.
It's hurt, but that won't be enough. A storm could help.
Tu es mon seul ami.
Well, it doesn't seem to have awakened them.
Psilocybe phosphorus, recognizable by its phosphorescent dress. It made its appearance a short time ago in the region of St. Exel. With its lightning growth capacity, it is able to grow in a single day. Ripe, they can be enjoyed by some coastal birds. Interesting. Maybe I should gather some of these. Hope the police will not catch me with these shrooms.
This road seems to lead to the White Manor.
This door can be unlocked from the other side. I can still picture the fishermen landing their daily catch of crabs and fish. Le Scale, Sailor's Aperitif. Available in all grocery stores. I hate this drink. Ugh, too bad I don't have change for these tourist traps. This buoy clearly defines what St. Exel is. A small, isolated fishing village where time seems slowed down or even frozen. A usually calm place where the haunting sound of the waves punctuates your day.
You are facing the lighthouse named La Crème. The lighthouse was built in 1835, a veritable directional beacon for the sailors of the coast of St. Exel. It was nonetheless decommissioned in 1983. It is only in 1988 that Le Creuset was put in service again, welcoming a hydraulic generator that supplies the village. It's like someone just came for this incredible spectacle and forgot his bicycle. But these things were not here before the attack. Access to the top of the lighthouse is condemned. Kren, why did you have to be so grim? Because of recent events, a lot of circuit breakers were stolen from the electrical gates. While we wait to receive more, we keep the last one inside the equipment locker. In the meantime, don't hesitate to use the same one on different gates. A bit unexpected for a lighthouse. These cables go all the way to the ceiling. So, this is where the electricity of St. Exel is largely generated. The turbine shouldn't be too far. Looks like a lot of security for simple maintenance equipment. Nothing. This is a complete mess. It's like they pushed everything to the side to make room for something else. All right. It automatically locked the doors behind me. Completely locked.
잭슨 뭐 한다네. 이제 소리. 오케이.
This panel seems to monitor the pressure within the turbines. Only the first one appears to be working correctly.
T'es mal, style.
Someone left a note for his coworker. Franck is so fed up that we keep forgetting his birthday that he has set the day and the month as the padlock code.
Can someone change that back to the inauguration date?
So, what is your code, Frank?
Watchtower schedule and system monitoring. The entire workforce is listed on the board. Something is written here, too. Could anyone pick up Frank's shifts for the upcoming weeks? Nicholas system? That's probably where the town's additional current is monitored.
I can probably restart the system from here once the pressure is fixed. So, they had to make space for these machines? They do not seem to belong in a lighthouse. Good thing nobody can find them here.
It's completely dark in here.
It's a bit much for just a common lighthouse.
Local police apparently suspect the cult has started kidnapping people. It is indeed curious so many people would disappear without leaving a note. Their last ritual site is located near the lighthouse, at the Pointe des Mâles. Might be worth checking out. The valve is missing here. The valve is missing here.
One, two. 1, 2. That works? Okay. Damn machine. I'm finally starting to understand what's going on here with the electricity. A priori, everything revolves around the lighthouse. I consulted many old newspapers, and the Village Gazette told me that St. Exil was very poorly served by electricity and regularly suffered severe power cuts. I knew that it was a very isolated village, which is what makes it so charming, but I hadn't thought of that. Half of the articles in the Gazette are devoted to the inhabitants who, tired of the cuts, ended up installing small wind turbines for their homes. The other half is about the lighthouse, and that's where it gets interesting. I read that the mayor of the village had installed underwater turbines connected to the building, which are capable of producing electricity thanks to the movement of the sea. This has enabled the village to gain autonomy and to overcome the failures of the general electrical network. Anyway, I think it would be worth going to take a look at the lighthouse, because if the turbine system is damaged, it could explain why some electrical equipment is out of order while others are still working. I'll tell you what I found. Fourth day that I'm stuck. I'm not gonna make it, Peter. They terrify me. I don't know what to do. They hunt me like an animal. They have taken on a human form, but there is nothing human about them. They come out of nowhere without you expecting it and materialize in a kind of elusive black vapor. I can't do anything against them. I don't know how to fight them. I found a weapon, but I'm struggling to use it, and I'm always out of bullets. There's even more of them at night. They swarm like cockroaches. I have to shut myself up at home as soon as night falls. And they prevent me from leaving this cursed village, Pierre. As soon as I try to leave St. Exil, they arrive by the thousands, and they get me. If they catch me, I wake up in my bed and it's been hours, maybe even a whole day. I'm their prisoner. I would like to tell you about the bracelet you gave me right after we arrived here. You found that gem on the beach and crafted it into this beautiful piece of jewelry. You told me that you felt that this pebble had something special, that it radiated. Well, you were right, you know. He protects me from the monsters I told you about. If I smack it against the ground, it produces a shock wave that violently repels ghosts. Sometimes, he can even dissolve them when they attack me. He is so strong that I decided to name him Rocky, since it's
a rock. But Rocky is also a sensitive guy, you know? He doesn't like explosive noises. If I shoot a gun in his ear, he can even start a thunderstorm. At that moment, I feel transported to another reality, to another time. Once calm returns, I have the impression that it only lasted a few seconds, whereas about 15 minutes had actually passed. Better tease sparingly. Sometimes I feel like he's almost alive. He gets lazy at the end of the day, especially if I made him work a lot. But, hey, nothing a good night's sleep can't fix. Anyway, all that to say that he reminds me a bit of you. It's probably silly, but I feel like you're watching over me through him. And that helps me hold on. I can't take this dream anymore. I wake up in this dusty tunnel-shaped cave. It is essentially made up of some kind of light-absorbing rocks, like the ones the insides of a planet would create. I go through this hallway and come across the ghosts that haunt me. But this time they don't try to catch me. There are also military and scientific equipment. I can't tell if they are studying or planning to attack something. A sheet of heavy smoke waits for me at the end, and it's too thick to see behind, and I'm attracted like a moth is to light. The closer I get to the exit, the more I hear ringing, until I realize it's my alarm, and I wake up like nothing happened, at the same exact hour as usual, 8 a.m. If somebody finds this journal, I've gone nuts apparently. Do what you want with that information, or shove it somewhere warm.
It's completely stuck.
Tu m'avais manqué.
You are faced a veritable... It is only in 1988 that Le Crane was put in service again, welcoming a hydraulic generator that supplies the village. Left, Pointe du Mal. Right, St. Exel's village. Straight ahead, Le Crane. This door requires electricity. Alright, so now, I need to fix these colored cables in the right order. Happy to see some boats were spared by these mad cultists. This door requires electricity.
Ne m'oublie pas.
From the depth of the sea, his anger spreads through our families. This sounds terrifying. Wondering what's that thing they mention all the time. Despite the mess the protesters left behind, you're still offering comfort, aren't you? Only one destination for you, my bag. Damien, the 28th of June, 1971. This one looks like it came back from a long trip. Franck, the 19th of March, 1967. This is one of the places of contemplation in St. Exel. It was vandalized just before everything went down. Stop, can you? Apparently, multiple people were working here. Should work better with that.
documents on this desk look much more confidential than the previous ones. This place appears to be a government cell dedicated to recording underwater sound activity off the village. And this has been going on for a while. But I don't see what they're trying to find. They appear to be studying something at the bottom of the sea that is moving at precise coordinates. On April 17th, 1991, they recorded a signal which they define as organic. The signal was recorded on a cassette to be sent urgently to the DGSE because this would jeopardize the military security of the country. But one of the lighthouse maintenance staff apparently stole the tape. They quickly managed to identify him and where he lives. Wait, this is my house.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
This door can be unlocked from the other side. Completely locked. Now that the town's current is better, I can access the house's attic again. I almost never set foot in. Wow, a projector. I thought I would forget its existence with my school years. What is it doing down here?
Nothing. What? What is that? I can't believe all this was under the house. What was he doing here? Wait, isn't it exactly the same gem I have attached on my bracelet? Where did he find it? He was apparently willing to ship it to be analyzed?
Donc voilà.
Completely locked. My lava lamp. I love it. Pierre probably hid it here, out of reach. Can't believe he'd think it's just a passing trend. Poor guy never understood anything about home decor.
This van is locked good.
This suit. I was in the attic with him when everybody disappeared. I remember wearing it, but we just had one. Honey, I finally finished my restoration project for this arcade machine. And I've got a challenge for you. I know you love a good one, so try to beat my best score. You will win something I'm sure will bring back good memories.
So, help the trains find their destination by switching the direction of the rails.
Trains spawn on the left of the map. The big sign indicates the color of the next train. Bring trains to the station using the same color. Don't make travelers angry. If this bar is full, we've lost.
Oh, sweet! A bonus! I can slow all the trains down every now and then.
And there goes the score. Best score. Get ready to leave me a place. Damn it. Next time, you'll take the first. Come on. come on.
Yes, take that, Pierre. Oh, I heard a sound behind the arcade. Damn it. Nothing.
It looks like some of Pierre's homemade music for me. I thought it was lost since the moving in. I love that music.
Bougasse.
Damn. You always know how to surprise me. Damn. You always know how to surprise me. Let's shed some light on this.
If you're listening to this, you are probably the person sent by the office to continue my investigation. Well, at least I hope. My name is Matthew Banks, and I started this work about a year ago. As stated in my previous reports, I infiltrated the lighthouse last month, but they just found out that a tape was missing, and I think they're on to me now. I used to borrow tapes during the night, but this time they noticed before I could bring them back. I didn't have time to use the new filtering machine, but I left a tape inside it. I hope it's safe there with you. Since I have to leave, I prepared the way for you, and I have regrouped all of my ongoing work onto 3 different boards, each including a guiding tape. The first one gathers my studies on the audio signal coming from the oceanic floor, which was the reason our interest was piqued by St. Exel in the first place. The second board will give you more details on the local cult, whose believers call themselves the Devoted. The third board is about Operation White Medusa, which is probably why you're here now. We are now definitely forced to recognize that the village of St. Exil is the center of great political and scientific interest, as we first suspected. I hate to leave like this, but I'm afraid my time has come. During the last 2 weeks, the lighthouse had trouble acquiring new information from ashore. Apparently, some kind of technology has been jamming their signal. Is there some kind of expert trying to hack the operation? I'll leave it to you to find out.
Passports? Money from different countries? This man was not your usual anybody. Oh. And there's also boat tickets to leave for Plymouth, England. He was planning on leaving. Just wasn't sure when.
In 1977, an ultra-low frequency sound was picked up by scientists south of the Atlantic Ocean. But no one succeeded in identifying the structural composition of this acoustic phenomenon, and many theories were put forward. Spy submarine, human aeronautical activities on the surface, or even tests of explosives resonating through the abyss. The case remained closed for 2 years, until a second sound was recorded 2,000 kilometers from Namibia. This time, the subject worried specialists. The position of the two recordings suggests the movement of something. In 1984, the sound was picked up again, several times around the Bermuda Triangle. Governments in many countries decided to classify all information about this issue as confidential, and the general public was kept away. While tracking other countries' progress, our secret services discovered in '86 that the French government was particularly interested in the matter, and that they put in motion a special program called Rorqual, a scientific project mainly dedicated to the understanding of unknown oceanic noises. We then decided in 1987, based on what we found in the village of St. Exil, and considering that this last signal was recorded off the coast of French Brittany, that it made perfect sense for me to start our investigation here. During my time, I discovered a platform for listening and monitoring seismic activities at the heart of the lighthouse. Only recently, and thanks to an information trading deal I made with the cult, I got myself recruited there as a maintenance agent. It allowed me to find that the lighthouse crew is, in fact, following the movement of an object which turns out to be a French military submarine. So was it only a submarine that we tracked from the beginning? But its movements are inconsistent. How did it produce this noise that we regularly pick up? I copied a lot of tapes and left them inside the hideout, but they're all still encrypted. I was hoping to get more information from it, but I spotted a car in front of the house tonight, and it's clearer than ever now that my time to leave has come. In many areas, the life in St. Exil has deteriorated sharply in recent years. Local studies tend to show that nature has adopted an abnormal behavior. Some species started proliferating more than before, while others suffered the opposite effect. Some animals became aggressive towards humans, and some bird species completely migrated and left the region for good. We've also seen a lot of upheaval in the behavior of inhabitants of the village and their health. Ultimately, it led to many people leaving, which left only the ones who didn't have a choice. A real change is taking place, and no one seems to understand where it's coming from. Additionally, these extraordinary happenings have been rumored in the region, which isn't improving the situation. The village has become a place of attraction for people bathed in pseudosciences, esoteric and the occult, to say the least. They now see this place as a central home to their mythology. One movement eventually took over the others and established itself as the popular cult, the Devoted. They managed to obtain this importance by being omnipresent in their protests. They vandalized sites in large areas surrounding the village, which made the local press very keen on showcasing them, and ultimately helped a great deal in converting more people to their cause. According to my research, it is governed by a certain Aurora K. I couldn't find a lot of information regarding her, but managed to steal some pictures by following her after a public meeting with the population. She built her movement on the belief in the existence of an abysmal entity which would sow its harmful influence over the region and towards the inhabitants of St. Exel. To calm this underwater entity, they tirelessly seek the culprits for this curse. They unearth and send ashore on deteriorating ships coffins containing the bodies of people who have always lived here. If the boat returns and runs aground on the coast, the person and their family are pardoned. I haven't seen it yet, but it looks like they've shifted into high gear by sending people who are still alive to sea. These are just rumors, and people who go missing may have simply decided to leave the area. They never communicated their plans with me regarding the future of their protests, and I'm not sure where they'll meet yet. My theory is that they'll probably regroup either near the White Manor or the local church. Infiltrating the cell in the heart of the lighthouse made me realize that the French government is very concerned about the development of the situation here in St. Exel. The development of the sect, as well as the growing anomalies observed in the population and nature, are monitored in a sustained manner. They came to realize that if they do not act, this situation will eventually draw the attention of the entire country to St. Exel. I had, in my hands, documents detailing an operation called White Medusa, the purpose of which was to methodically isolate and capture everybody in the village. Do they think that the people here are all sick or contaminated with something? Or do they mean to sweep this affair under the rug? They seem to foresee two possible scenarios for carrying out Operation White Medusa. As if by coincidence, there are incidentally two events which attract almost all the population in the same place. The village festival, which takes place during a whole weekend, or a fair organized by the village school. I was able to reconstruct on the map the assaults considered in each of these possible scenarios. A large number of troops will be deployed, and they can easily prevent anyone from escaping by blocking the main accesses and roads. They will proceed using heavy trucks and toxic gas to control and direct the crowd toward them. The inhabitants of St. Exil have a Damocles sword over their head, but they don't know of its existence, nor when it will fall.
What is this folder? Your next objective. I'll study that during the night. A bit of reading always helps. Can't do that now.
Tu es mon seul ami.
A submarine? In danger? What was the lighthouse doing?
voice still echoes in my head. I need to know more. Let's find that antenna on the village beach. This tape recorder is helpful during late nights. Don't judge me, Pierre. It's my only way to hear a human voice now. Damn, you always know how to surprise me. The door is locked up. Damn, you always know how to surprise me. I could attach this laser to my gun, see if that makes me more precise. Completely locked. Ahead, Boisseau's Park in the beach. Left, St. Exel's Church. The closed cover is moving, but not enough so I can see. If only there was a gust of wind. Long time no see, Boisseau's Park. Park mausoleums were not spared by the cult either. They are a real scourge for this village. Only one destination for you, my bag. There's a thieving crow's nest right up there. As expected, it has something in its beak, but it will only leave its nest if it appears safe to do so.
Solve this puzzle and win a coin to use in George's workshop. Let's meet in my very own George workshop to collect your prize. Well, if you can solve this.
I'm done with you.
I don't think I can get used to it.
Oh, yeah. Let me catch my breath. Let's take a walk. Just you and me. I feel that the wind turbine is going to need a little help from me to launch. I'm going to need something to break those. The people of St. Exil suffered so much in recent years. It's moving to see that they tried their best to maintain the festivals and other traditions. Ahead, the beach and Assumption Church. Right, viewpoint. I am the repairman in charge of fixing. I've linked it to one of the small wind generators we have in the village. Only issue is that while I was fixing it, one of those freaking birds stole the key from my van. If you find them, please bring them to my office. Mr. Levins. Completely locked. Completely locked. Half the day has already passed by.
beach access and renovation. Nothing. I could not finish fixing this fence because the damn bird stole my van's key, where all my tools are. I have been trying to get them back, but it's nested high up, and I can't seem to attract it. If you manage to get my keys back, please call me at the number written on my truck, Mr. Levins. There's a thieving crow's nest right up there. As expected, it has something in its beak, but it will only leave its nest if it appears safe to do so. Amongst birds living in the park, you will find the Corvus picatrix. I know you, you little flying thief. They keep their precious loot inside their beak, which makes it really hard to get back. To prevent such situations, scarecrows were installed by local farmers. That will teach you to look at me sideways. Take that! Minus Birdie should feel free to leave its nest now. Now I need to attract it. Birdie, it's between you and me now. Now that the scarecrows are gone, I need something to attract it. Now that the scarecrows are gone, I need something to attract it. Amongst birds, they keep their precious to prevent such situations. Scarecrows were installed by local farmers. The lever is pushed, but the blades need an initial push.
Tu m'avais manqué.
Now that the scarecrows are gone, I need something to attract it.
Sweet. It was enough to start the turbine.
Completely locked.
Ahead. Right. Viewpoint. Amongst birds they keep to prevent such situations, scarecrows were installed by local farmers.
Completely locked. The access is condemned at the top.
te revoilà.
Amongst birds, they keep their precious loot inside their beak. To prevent such situations, scarecrows were installed by local farmers. Now that the scarecrows are gone, I need something to attract it. It won't open from this side. Ahead, what left? St. Exel's Church.
Ne m'oublie pas, tu m'aimes, moi je t'aime.
Now that the scarecrows are gone, I need something to attract it. Now that the scarecrows are gone, I need something to attract it. Now that the scarecrows are gone, I need something to attract it.
T'es mal, style.
Now that the scarecrows are gone, I need something to attract it. Now that the scarecrows are gone, I need something to attract it. Now that the scarecrows are gone, I need something to attract it. Now that the scarecrows are gone, I need something to attract it. Left its nest. Now that the scarecrows are gone, I need something to attract it. There. We told you stealing was bad. Now, I only need to find the truck. Perfect. Probably not an organized person. He left a client's tape inside his toolbox. Excellent.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Stay on the floor. The beach. Here we go.
Ne m'oublie pas. Tu m'avais manqué.
I should keep an eye on the time. I think I found the antenna. Nothing. Perfect. The keys were a place of the particularly intense fishing that supplied the region. Following the drop in activity, this fishing port was converted into a simple marina. It is always possible at low tide to find fishing traps with shellfish in them. An anti-cult movement sticker. I'll speak out against you. This sect seems to have been terrorizing the people of St. Exil for too long. This bridge needs a lever to unlock it. This trap doesn't look the same as the others. The stitches are finer. But this one's empty. How shellfish of you. You are the one I'm looking for. This gas pump is probably older than me. Afraid of no boat anymore, are you? Let me guess. You want me to serve you a refreshing perfection. Is that it? We all had these experiences at least once. You come across a restaurant. Outwardly, it seems unpretentious and quite shabby, but the cuisine is in fact exceptional. Well, this restaurant wasn't one of them. The food there was atrocious. A note from the local fishermen about seagulls. Obviously, they spent their time stealing the shellfish from traps. This could have an impact on future deliveries. There is a lot of other information that could be useful to me. I'll write that down. I am gonna need a key for this one. There was a message. For me? I'm going to be curious. If only the kitchen lived up to the view. Pierre really wanted us to eat here, but I always managed to find an excuse not to. I would give anything to have these moments with him now.
Te revoilà.
When the new owner bought the restaurant from the famous craftsman George, they decided to keep the moonstone furniture from his personal collection. This stone is very sensitive to light, and shines brightly when exposed to daylight.
Tu es mon seul ami.
Can't do that now. I finished reading the documents Matthew Banks had left for his replacement, who never came. Matthew apparently needed to join the lighthouse maintenance team to gain access to the Rorqual cell. To achieve this, he was forced to make a deal. The sect could help him get hired quickly, but in exchange, Matthew would have to pass on the information obtained once there. He didn't know why the cult was interested in all this, but he needed them, so he agreed in order to continue his investigation. Matthew knew that the Rorqual cell used a specific radio frequency to communicate with the outside. Just before his departure, he discovered that the cell could no longer connect to this very frequency. The radio worked well, but the signal of this wave was scrambled, which prevented transmissions. It looked like sabotage, but who was behind it all? A member of the lighthouse team? Another spy? Only one thing was clear to him. If someone had wanted to disturb the signal, he would have gone through the big antenna of St. Exel. I have already spotted it in the past. It is on the quays towards the beach. I just have to go there. I'm sure it's this giant blue rock under the house that must be responsible for our bubble that protects and keeps monsters away from our home. The crate of rocks came with a bunch of analysis papers that probably had to be shipped with the set. I don't understand all this paperwork, but these rocks seem to have totally unexpected properties. I don't know if there is any connection between the monsters and this rock, and why it would have an effect on them and not me.